Flatbroke Garage. I just had to share some news with you. I didn't really count on making this video, but due through the kindness of strangers, I'm actually going to make this video because some of you people just blow me away. So while I was making the video on the Jeep, you know, it looked like I had the head gasket problem and couldn't get the carb to work right, ordered a rebuild kit and stuff. And when that video posted, I got a lot of comments from people that, you know, the carb should really need to be rebuilt and all this. And I agreed. I ordered the kit and I had gone and picked it up. But the next day I noticed that one of my subscribers, John S. from Pontiac, Illinois, actually said that he had one of those two-barrel Ford carburetors that he had bought for a project, never used, and he'd be happy to send it to me. Just give it to me. So that was awesome. You know, I offered to pay for shipping and everything. He kicked it out to me. So thank you, John S. I sent you some t-shirts and a sticker just because you wouldn't take any money. So we got a carburetor to put on there. Then I got a lot of comments on the radiator. Maybe that wasn't a head gasket, that the radiator was the wrong type of radiator. It was a horizontal flow and that needs a vertical, and the water is just skating across and maybe shooting out the side. I don't know. You know, I'm open for everything. I tried the K-seal, which you'll see a little short of that, and it really didn't do much. But I went back, checked my emails again, and alloyworks, Radiator company, contacted me. They watched the video, and they said to send me the correct radiator for a J-Series truck. Wow, how cool is that? After alloyworks contacted me, I went on their website and checked them out. Found out not only do they sell aluminum radiators, but they sell other stuff. Wheel bearings, hubs, suspension parts, control arms, A-frames, heater cores, overflow tanks, factory and aftermarket, accessories for the car, exhaust systems. They're getting into equipment stuff like track rollers, but their radiators, the one I got, seems to be really nice. So I'm going to get it in there and give it a shot, and we'll see how it works out. Thanks, Alloy. So let me show you what I got. This is awesome. So here we go. We got some shiny new gaskets here, and warranty card. I mean, this has never been out of the box, I don't believe. Look at this baby. I mean, that's even got electric choke on it. This is cool. So yeah, we'll be putting this on. This is from alloyworks. And wow, they really packed this in good. Ooh, it's like Christmas. That's the bottom. Wow. Man, I got a lot of foam in this box. I don't know about you guys. I save this foam for all kinds of neat stuff and packing. This stuff is great. But check this thing out. This is really nice. I think this is a 4-core radiator too. But yeah, it comes cap. Let's see. A 4-core radiator. Nice heavy duty cap. Definitely cool. Looks real nice. It's not all cobbled together. I mean, sweet. Thank you, alloyworks. This is really nice. So I guess I said I was going to put that Jeep Gladiator on the back burner. It looks like I'm not. We're going to do some triage because, as you can see, the shop is kind of full right now. But we're going to go out back and we're going to get that radiator and carb put in. And I'm curious to see if that really solves my radiator problem. I mean, what do you guys think? That was the wrong radiator in that Jeep. I mean, does that make a difference? A cross flow to a vertical flow? I guess we're going to find out. On advice of a bunch of comments on there, and going by Roadkill, David Freiberger, and Steve Dulcich, I've gone for the ultimate head gasket repair. And that is the K-Seal Ultimate Head Gasket Repair. I'm going to see if this stuff actually works. I am not sponsored by them, but there's a lot of good buzz about these guys. So I noticed I got a radiator leak now. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little radiator leak. So it should fix that and the head gasket according to the directions here. So we're going to shake this up, pour it in, add a little more coolant juice to it, get it up to temperature, and according to them it should be cured. So let's see what happens. Alright, well I've shaken it up for the amount of time. It says basically it just looks like regular bars leak. I don't know what makes it super, but it looks like it's just got that copper powder mixed in with some other kind of liquid glassy stuff. Yeah, do that. Top this off. We'll fire it up and check it out. Well, it's still aggressively spewing, but we're not warm yet, so we'll just let her get up to temp. Hopefully I don't run out of coolant. Now we're running. Let's see what happens with this. And our leak. Put the cap on it for now. Let it get up to temperature. Here we are, back at the Gladiator. I drove it right here, shut it off, and I haven't done anything with it. It's been rainy and cold. So let's open the hood up and get this carb on here. Luckily, there's not a lot to this thing. Happy I got a new gasket for it, because I think this old gasket's cooked. My zip tie throttle linkage, and that should work over on the new card. I believe these are 7/16. No, they're 1/2 inch. Okay. Actually brought the right amount of tools out, I hope. Like I said, I think it's just the 4 bolts. We're good. Move on to our radiator here. I got my high-tech radiator removal tools. Gonna got me a pan. Guess I'll tell you what, antifreeze ain't cheap anymore. Whew. And it's not good to dump on the ground. this lower hose off and just drain it that way. I don't see any plug in this thing, so. Oh shit. Whoa. The antifreeze is drained. Holy crap. And now for my high-tech radiator removal tool. You just got it tied in with baling wire. Made these hoses out of like 10 different hoses because the radiator isn't, the holes are the hose is going the wrong side. So they kind of Frankenstein some radiator hoses to make it work. I'm just going to have to go out and get some flex hoses, but I want to at least get this radiator mounted in here. Alright. Cut this down here. They went double strong. They wire tied it on the bottom too. There we go. That's off. Oh, look at that. All right. Some numbers on this thing. I don't know what it was for. It'll go in the radiator pile. I've got a bunch of radiators. Ugh. Well, I don't know if this is factory. There, look at this. You got the factory. They're high-tech radiator pads here. I think this thing bolts on through these holes here, which apparently all these bolts are broke off. So we'll get the radiator, set it in here, and see how well she fits. Well, we want to set the radiator in here, and it looks like it fit, but it doesn't. The core is too narrow. But what I noticed is that somebody has modified this core here, this core support. They've welded these tabs on, probably for that other radiator. So I'm going to have to grind and take these tabs off. Let me pull this radiator out and show you. Why is this thing nice? It's big. Okay, let me pull this thing out here and show you what I got going. All right, what I have are these strips. They are crudely welded on here, but you can see I don't think that's factory. So if I take these off, this radiator should fit. Like I said, this is, they look like they've been kind of crudely added. I don't know. I'm not a J10 guy or a Jeep guy, but anyway, get that radiator fit. We're going to come with the old death wheel and remove these goofy brackets they got welded on here, and then she should be a factory fit. So all right, let's fix the cobble and cobble it back our way. Well, I'm doing a little more CSI work. Pull these hoses off. It's kind of crusty up here. It's so funny because the radiator and cooling section of this engine does not match the heads. Like I said, that's all really clean, but I don't know if you can see it. There's no thermostat in there, so that might cause some of my gushing problems with the water too. This thing is set up weird. It's got like a little pipe that ties these two heads together for the coolant. So it's kind of a unique engine. Still going to have to clearance this a bit. Well, here we go. We got the radiator in there. I had to do a little bit more nipping and tucking. This core support has been all butchered up. But yeah, I don't know. They just cobbled something in and cut a bunch of stuff out. But I did a little more trimming. I'm going to have to make a bracket for the top, but we got the bottom mounted. I actually found hoses that must have been for the original radiator that they just added pieces to. So they actually had the original hoses, but they had to switch them to the other side for the other radiator, and it wasn't right. But it's sitting at a good factory height now. still got to get a pad. I'm gonna put a little pad here and a pad here. The radiator's absolutely perfect that alloyworks sent me. It's great, but like I said, I'm trying to get it so it fits the cobbled up core, but this is a big radiator. This thing's never gonna overheat. I'm kind of looking forward to seeing how it does. I have plenty of clearance for the fan. I don't know if you can see there, but lots of clearance there. We're gonna finish getting this top tied in, get the hose clamps on, fill it up, and I think the old Jeep will be ready to go. Well, we got the radiator set in at the correct height, but like I said, somebody had hackified this core support and they'd welded brackets on. So I kind of made my own brackets. Got the radiator set perfect right off there. This little bracket, one top, one on bottom, each side. Put this one on. Dump some antifreeze back in it and see if we have the same problem with the overflowing or not. So, well, time will tell. So the radiator's in. My brackets are in holding it. She's solid. I'm gonna get some washers on here. I don't have those on right now, but just want to be sure everything fits. It's solid. It's not hitting up here anywhere. So I call that a good install. Just gonna pour in the antifreeze we tried to save out of this. It might have some leaves. Oh. There, we're going too fast. We got the antifreeze in, carburetor on. Gonna hook the battery up, fire it up, and let's see what happens in here. If we're bubbling or this is gonna cure our deal. All right. Yeah, that's got a hot wire. Top hoses is blown right off. Yeah, I guess this radiator hose clamp ain't no good. That's all right. Well, hopefully we fixed the bad hose clamp issue, and we're gonna stop hemorrhaging all the antifreeze. Let's just hook everything back up. Well, we've had it running now for a little while. It's warm. It's got a bad mist now. I don't know where this mist is coming from. I'm gonna have to look into that. But right now, I'm just concerned about the radiator. And this is repair stuff in there, but she ain't boiling over like it was. So we're gonna have to keep an eye on it. idle, almost 60 pounds oil pressure, and our temperature gauge just started coming up. So other than this thing running rough right now, I think we're in good shape. I think that kind of solved my problem. Everybody was right that definitely the wrong kind of radiator in here. And I tell you what, this thing's working great. It's barely even getting warm. Now it does not have a thermostat in it now, but before this thing was blowing antifreeze everywhere, and I thought it was a head gasket. You know, maybe it is the difference of this radiator, you know, flows this way, and this radiator flows this way, but no more leaking, no more problems. Of course, now I got it running. This thing ran perfect before, now it's got a miss. So I don't know if I got foul plugs, which I doubt. Plugs are new, caps new, rotors new. I don't know, we're gonna have to track it down. Well, there we go. I got it back running the way it should be running. I think I had a couple wires short now. I gotta get some wires on here, but I tell you what, it's running a lot smoother than it was. Well, all right. Like I said, I wasn't really planning on making this video, but due to the kindness of strangers, mostly alloyworks, for sending me this awesome 4-core aluminum radiator, thing's fantastic. And they're not just radiators, guys. They do suspension, wheel bearings, radiators. They do all sorts of stuff. So definitely give them a check out. And thank you again so much, John S., for the free carburetor. I mean, once again, the kindness of strangers has just blown me away. So I had to get this radiator and carb on. Well, I think we actually fixed the problem. The main problem being was that goofy radiator, which is a side flow. I never knew a side flow to a vertical flow was a difference, but seems to be. I got no more overflow, no more foaming, no more anything coming out the overflow tube. So this radiator definitely sealed the deal on it. And I tell you what, this thing, it's running beautiful. It's like 70 degrees today. And she's just staying in the 120, 130 range. Carburetor's working flawless. Thank you so much, John S., for the free carb. And once again, alloyworks, I'll have their link down in the bottom of this description. You can get a promo code from me, FBG. Type that in for a promo code to get a percentage off on your sale. As always, I appreciate all you guys watching, subscribing, and if you haven't subscribed, just hit the subscribe button. I appreciate it. If you don't want to subscribe, I get it. It's a hassle. Just give me a thumbs up, you know, just it helps out a lot, and just you guys helping me out helps me get these things going, which helps content that you guys can watch, I think. So, you know, circle of life sort of thing. So stay tuned. We got more coming up. This is just a quickie. We will see you on the next one. Thanks. See ya.